Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we take a look at two of the best teams in the English Premier League who can pass and keep the ball throughout the game. A fascinating match between Manchester City and Brighton, which was very good to watch. It was enjoying, and how the table would look for a team like Brighton who can evolve and transform into such a brilliant ball playing team within just a couple of years. It is just amazing to watch them play. Well, as far as the teams are concerned, Manchester City, Ortega on the goal, Walker, Jones, Akanji, and Gabdiol on the back, Rodri, Bernardo Silva in the midfield with Phil Foden, Alvarez, and Doku the front three with Erling Haaland as the striker. For Brighton, it is Steele on goal, March on the left, Igor and Dunk as the centre back, and James Milner on the right. Grab and Balaba in the midfield, Pacey Mitama on the left, Welbeck on in the hole, Adingra on the right, and João Pedro as the striker. First half, Manchester City are playing very tactically. John Stones moving to the midfield, adding more heads in the midfield, playing with the back three when they require, controlling the ball, keeping the ball like they always do. It's just excellent to watch Manchester City play. It's been an excellent play in the midfield. Both teams, City and Brighton, are trying to take ascendancy. Brighton sticking to their formation also very nicely, not really allowing City to make moves to the last quarter, the danger zone. 7th minute, Doku, who has been in fine form on the left side for the midfield for City, moves very clear, gets into the danger area and cuts one ball back to Alvarez, who buries it into the goal. City lead 1-0. Doku's pace has been really good. He takes on the defender one on one, is able to deliver and continues his fine form since he's been in the playing 11. It's been a summer of changes for Brighton, new players coming in and settling in very nicely. However, they've been conceding goals in this season as well, something the Brighton manager Roberto De Zerbi is concerned about for sure. Rodri for City in the midfield has been excellent, keeping the ball very close to him, finding players and making those passes has been very crucial for City in the last few seasons. He continues his excellent form at home game again against Brighton. Mitama on the left for Brighton has been excellent in the early stage. He takes on the defenders. He's got excellent quality, taking 1-2 defenders in the danger area. He's been in very good form for Brighton early on in this game. 19th minute of the game. It's an excellent finish from Erling Haaland. It's 2-0 for City. Brighton punished again. They lose the ball. A sensational finish from Haaland with his left foot this time in the new corner for his 9th goal of the season. When Brighton lose balls in those possessions like they did, and the ball is with Haaland, it's so difficult to stop him. He was on full force this time. John Stones in the midfield and the centre back, he's been reinvented by Guardiola here. His positional play has been excellent. Centre back and midfield, allowing more support in the midfield when required. He's cutting off plays in the centre, not really allowing Brighton to control the ball like they are used to. Nobody really knows how to picking up. He goes one way or the other. He's been just excellent in this match so far. Brighton have not really been at the best so far. They're not able to get into their usual flair with the ball, their possessional play, their passes. City are driving this match for the first 25 minutes of the game. Doku again on the left side for City has been a menace for Brighton on offensive. Just unfortunate not to score in this game so far. Just the finishing portion is missing for Doku. He needs to master the curler on the left to the top corner so he can get some goals on his name as well. First 30 minutes of the game, Manchester City have really bossed over Brighton, not letting them take or make any moves onto their goal. It's been relentless Manchester City domination of the game, and with Doku on the left, Phil Foden on the right, the magician finding players at their will. Rodri and Stones have been comfortable in the midfield. They've been a dominating force. They're playing like champions, just bossing with the ball possession as well, which is about 65% so far. This is unlike the Brighton team that we know. They play out very well from the back, unable to control and play the ball and keep the ball like they're used to usually. Mitoma, who's had an excellent initial stage, has been, you know, missing since then. Adingra, the pacey winger, has been a mere spectator. Brighton has been struggling to get the ball off their half as well. It's been relentless attack from Manchester City. Well, first half summary, Manchester City has bossed over Brighton. They've just been excellent. It's been a comfortable afternoon for City at the Etihad Stadium. They've been relentless in this home game, be it offensive or be it defensive. They've not left Brighton any space or chance at all. It is as if Brighton have missed the flight. They were completely missing this game. They struggled to get out of their own half as well. They got to rethink. Brighton has to adjust to what they're doing. A lot to ponder at the halftime for Roberto De Zerbi. This was expected to be a close match. It has not turned out that way, with Manchester City bossing over Brighton and getting 2 goals to good, possibly 1 or 2 goals more as well. Second half, James Milner on the right side for Brighton has been replaced by the Dutchman Weltman after he had a torrid time with Jeremy Doku and his pace as well. Well, nothing seems to have really changed the way Brighton has been playing. With the start of the second half, they are giving away the ball, making mistakes as well, and Manchester City are taking control of the game and the ball as well. Unable to get into the rhythm of the game, Manchester City are just set up very nicely all over the pitch. It's just unbelievable to see how City and Guardiola can change a player. John Stones is a classic example of that. He's everywhere on the pitch, even on the other end of the pitch in the penalty area. He's just moving all over, making it so difficult for any teams. No wonder an excellent team like Brighton is also struggling to cope with the Manchester City tactics. With John Stones in midfield alongside Rodri, Manchester City has 5 offensive players in Phil Foden, Alvarez, Bernardo Silva, Doku, and Erling Haaland when they need them. Doku again continuing his magic and his pace on the left side for City. Weltman struggling to keep up with him. City defensively have Akanji, Gavadiol, and Walker. They've been excellent as well. They've given nothing away in this game so far. Brighton hasn't had a sniff of the goal yet. 68th minute, Mitoma has an excellent opportunity one-on-one with Ortega, unable to beat him. Would have been a great to have a goal for Brighton at this stage, taking on City for the last 20 minutes of the game. Maybe change something and add more pressure on the champions. 73rd minute of the game, Ansu Fati comes off the bench, gets a goal for Brighton, dunks wonderful pass out, very calm in finding Mitoma, who makes the run. Akanji unable to clear the ball with his left feet there. Ansu Fati beats Ortega this time around, gets one back for Brighton. Instead of Manchester City being up by 3 goals or so, they now concede one. It is 2-1 for City at the Etihad Stadium. 75th minute, Guardiola seems to be reacting very quickly, gets John Stones and Doku off. They're replaced. Brighton, since that goal, are seeing more of the ball as well. The wingers, Mitoma and Adingra, suddenly seems to be back to life, making runs. They are full of life again. City fans sense they're a bit low now, making noise then throughout the match right now. They sense Brighton are top since that first goal that they scored. Well, second half, Manchester City have been a little off their pace. They've let Brighton more space than the first half. Brighton able to build up their play. They were nullified in the first half, allowing them to get the goal. Akanji gets his marching order with a second yellow for dragging down Ansu Fati. Manchester City play with 10 players in the last 5 minutes of the stoppage time. Well, lots of pressure in the last few minutes for Brighton. Manchester City holding on with 10 players, and they finally end the match in the favor of City. City won 2-1 at the Etihad Stadium. Well, that's it from my side. Manchester City today at the Etihad Stadium with their home game. Hold on for those 3 points. Well, they should have got three or more goals in the first half itself. Instead, just scored only two and made it a little difficult for themselves at the end of the game after Brighton got one goal back. Manchester City back to winning ways at Etihad Stadium against Brighton this time around. Well, that's it from my side. Please provide your comments, subscribe to my channel for more such reviews. Until next time, take care.